All right, y'all. So we're back talking about y'all favorite baddie. Y'all know who I'm talking about. The one who's negligent with her child, might be on drugs, go upside people's heads, claim she know goons, but then at the same time she also righteous. Yes, Chrisean Rock. So if you haven't heard, Chrisean Rock let us listen to an audio of a conversation her and her mom was having, where her mom was trying to comfort Karlissa's parenting. All right. Now, before we get into the clip, before I get into my POV, because we got some sensitive people that's watching me. All right. I just want to say none of us was brought up perfectly. Okay. Our parents tried to do the best that they can with what they had. It's for some of our parents, it was their first time being a parent, okay? And there's no blueprint to this. They was out here winging it, okay? So I just want to say none of us is better than the next due to the fact that we all had an effed up childhood, okay? Y'all can make it sound like y'all childhood was gumbos and rainbows and fairy tales and Skittles, but honey, it wasn't. All right. So we're gonna get into what Chrisean mom had to say, and then we're gonna get into some things, shall we? Production wrote the clip.
And was born through a woman that had unconditional love.
Here it goes.
You came from a woman that your biological father was beating on me as I was carrying his children. But your mother had unconditional love. Blueface can't help who he came through. Was a dead walking. He told you the truth.
It's for
Now,
Karlissa.
you remember the show when his brother said, he put it out there, Mom, it was a 2-hour view. You just taught me and my brother how to eat pussy. And Mom, just keep it real. Stay on the clip, stay on the clip, stay on the clip.
Clip
so
farming.
Blue came from a deadbeat mom. So what Blue is going through, Blue don't understand the unconditional love. Now, did I answer that a little bit? Yeah. He don't recognize it, but he knows real, and he like it, but he don't recognize it. Did I answer the question? Yeah. And another thing, he's not gonna let you completely go. Not to hurt you, because he like it though, but he don't understand the unconditional love. Now you understand it? I don't give a fuck how many pussies come to him before you. He wants to figure out you, the unconditional love, because it's something he never had, and he likes it, but he don't know what to do with it.
Ma, you want to pray for him?
For him?
Yeah.
Who you want me to pray for? Okay.
Cause I just want him to be a good dad.
Okay. Let's.
You know what I think is very interesting about what Chrisean mom had to say is that she's talking about how Karlissa taught her sons how to eat the coochie, okay? We just gonna call a spade a spade. Taught her sons how to eat, that meow. But she might have been talking to her boys about how to eat some kitty. And your daughters was out here actually eating kitty, okay? Your daughter, okay, Tasiki allegedly had Chrisean eating her kitty, okay? And I just want to say, like, how dare someone who was a horrible mother, from what I have seen, got the nerve to talk about somebody else's mothering skills? You get what I'm saying? Like, if the pot ain't calling the kettle black, then baby, what is it doing? Because it's crazy to me. Like, baby, you can't throw stones when you living in a glass house, okay? And before I go all the way in on my POV, I just want to say, Chrisean, you ought to be a goddamn shame of yourself, okay? Chrisean, you ought to be a goddamn shame of yourself. You know your mama ain't in her right mind, and you got the nerve to leak this audio to the public. We may not be able to see her and be like, yeah, she on that ish, okay? But we can hear her and could tell she's on that ish, okay? And I just think that that's crazy that you want to put your mom out there to the world. And it just goes to show that you don't know when certain things are sacred. You don't care who you put out there, no matter how they look. You don't care who you exploit, as long as it proves or backs up your point of view. And it's sickening and it's very disturbing, okay? So Chrisean mom definitely is an addict, okay? She's an addict, all right? I know an addict when I hear an addict, because I done been around some addicts, okay? I'm just being honest, all right? And, you know, I can tell when someone's under the influence because, you know, I don't know if I ever shared this with you guys, but I have an alcoholic father. So I can hear in the voice like, something ain't right, something ain't right, okay? So listening to this, I'm like, why would you want to put your mom out there like that? You get what I'm saying? Like, it really pissed me the fuck off. But let's break down what the mom had to say, what Miss Rock had to say, okay? She said that Blueface was never raised off of unconditional love. And that's why he treats Chrisean the way that he treats Chrisean. But that's also why he's glued to Chrisean. I mean, I think we need to stop enabling this behavior that Miss Chrisean Rock does and just start shining the light on BS, okay? Somebody shine a light on it. What? Somebody shine a light on? That's my flashlight, y'all. We got to start shining the light on BS. And the BS here is Chrisean, if you're listening, honey. Blueface treats you the way that he treats you because you're stupid. Blueface keeps coming back to you because you are stupid, okay? Just like Zeus has exploited you, Blueface has exploited you as well, okay? I mean, why would I leave my best dummy? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. He keeps you and his other baby mama around because y'all both were stupid as fuck. I mean, let's just be honest. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna call a spade a spade. I would have to say his first baby mother, I'm gonna call it Jay, because y'all know I be messing up people's names, got more brains than you, ho. But you just, oh, you make my ass itch, honey. You make my ass itch. But anyways, that's what it is. It's not because he wasn't raised off unconditional love and you were, and his mom didn't care about him. That's why she was teaching him how to eat kitty cat. I think since we're going to compare the parents, the mothering skills of Karlissa and Chrisean Rock mom, let's just call a spade a spade. Let's call a thing, because I don't cut cards around here. Chrisean Rock, your mother was fucking trifling, okay? I'm just being honest. And I think a lot of us repeat what we seen growing up, and a lot of us become our parents, okay? And I think that's why you are a horrible mother, is because you came from a horrible mother. Now, I'm not saying that your mother didn't love you, because I think all of our moms have loved us, okay? It's nobody that's gonna love you more than your mother, whether they're a crackhead or not, okay? No one's gonna love you more than your mother, but that doesn't mean that your mother was a right mother. Your mother was a good mother. Your mother was a righteous mother. Your mother was doing a goddamn thing, block. Your mother was a horrible mother, honey. I'm just gonna call a spade a spade, okay? Your mother was a horrible mother, because if your mom was so like loving and there and protective, you would have never ended up in Blueface custody, okay? And I'm saying custody because at the end of the day, that's what you think this nigga is to you, your daddy. You feel me? You really want a father figure so bad, and I get it, but it grinds my gears at the same goddamn time, because you just out here looking for love in all the wrong places. And there's no way that you want me to believe that your mother was there for you and was an amazing mom and loved you unconditionally, because if you experience unconditional love and you experience real love, you would not be seeking love from niggas, from people, and every other place that you think you can get it from. You would not be seeking so much guidance if you had a woman in your life, your mother or your father, who loved you unconditionally, all right? And I just think it's so crazy, because look at all of your siblings, okay? Y'all all over the goddamn place, and apparently y'all all don't have the same daddy. Could have fooled me, because I thought y'all did, all right? But, you know, y'all all don't have the same daddy. Y'all all over the place. Y'all all fucked up, okay? And you can look at Karlissa kids, and yes, the two of them might be in jail right now. And the daughter might be out here trying to find her fucking way, and, you know, done got a baby by a nigga who I don't even know what that nigga does, but he never left her motherfucking side, I'll tell you that much, okay? Her kids may not be perfect, but at the end of the day, her kids were raised together. They went to private school. She took care of her children. She never put a nigga above her children. She never put a fucking bottle above her children. She never put no drugs above her children. And I love Karlissa. I like Karlissa, and I think Karlissa runs her fucking mouth too much. But see, what y'all don't get is y'all look at somebody's delivery, but y'all hear the delivery, you don't like it, but you're not listening to the message. Karlissa ain't a fucked up mom, okay? Look at how her kids ended up, and look at how your siblings ended up. They fucked up. They ain't have no guidance. They didn't have no one to protect them. They damn sure ain't have unconditional love. So since we want to compare parents, I just want to say your mother was horrible. I just want to call a spade a spade. Your mother was horrible, and you are a horrible fucking person for even having the audacity, to having the big kahunas to put your mom online like this, knowing she would be ridiculed, to put your mom into this battle that you created, this war that you created with the damn Blueface family, knowing that your mom is on drugs. You get what I'm saying? Like, she can't even be a proper fight in your corner right now. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's also crazy because, you know, Karlissa might have, I'm not gonna say might have, she definitely showed the signs that she thinks that Blueface is her man at times. You get what I'm saying? She's very attached to her sons, and she wants the treatment that he gives to his women. We can tell Karlissa she wants that. But at the same time, Karlissa deserves her sons and her daughter to take care of her, to make sure she's good, because she did that. She made sure they was good. Yeah, she was seeking her career of being an actress, but she clocked in every day to be a fucking mom. She was there, okay? She was there for her kids. You get what I'm saying? So for her to part her lips and say, hey, Blueface, can I get some money? Hey, Blueface, can you take care of this, or can you hold this down, or whatever case may be? That's deserved. But for your crackheaded ass mother, who has not poured into you properly how she should have, because you out here fucked up, looking for love in all around places and going to Blueface to help you with your goddamn career. Your sister was out here stripping to Siki. The other one done lost her kids and a whole bunch of other shit because of drugs or whatever the case may be, saying that your mama to blame, but we could tell she ain't wrapped too tight, okay? Y'all all fucked up, living in the damn dirty streets, ghetto streets of Baltimore, okay? I'm just being honest, all right? And your mom did not set y'all up for success, but she had the nerve to part her lips and ask you for $150. The parent should not be asking the child for money. I repeat that again. You are the child. No matter how old you get, you are the child, and the parent should not be asking the child for money. Your mom was not present and did not protect you as she should have, because if she did, and if she was present, you wouldn't have been eating Tasiki's hoo-ha, okay? That wouldn't have been going on. And your mom wouldn't have been finding out about this when you're an adult. You get what I'm saying? And I know some of y'all going to say in the comments that I'm effed up, that I'm insensitive and this, and that. I don't give a fuck, okay? I'm just going to be honest with you. And the truth is, she's just as fucked up as her mother. And, you know, I'm looking at how she's behaving right now, and you cannot tell me that her and her mom ain't sharing the same crack pipe. I'm sorry. That girl's on some serious ass drugs, and it ain't weed. You know what I mean? I'm black. We don't count weed as drugs. All right, I'm just being honest. But she on some booger sugar. Okay. Now, I know you're wondering, what did Karlissa have to say about this? Okay. We're going to play some of what Karlissa had to say, because Karlissa went on a whole goddamn rant, and it was well deserved, honey. I'm not going to lie to you. But we're going to play some of the parts that she had to say. All right. And then we're going to just give my POV on it. Okay. So let's play the clip.
I don't have nothing evil. I don't have nothing evil to say. What I will say is that, Chrisean, you had the opportunity, even right now, you had the opportunity to do the right thing, and you keep letting the devil challenge you to do the wrong thing. You got on your live and you summons me to tell me that my kids said I taught them how to eat coochie. You did everything but get on here and say, you know what, da mama, I have disrespected you for so long, and I am wrong, and this is why my blessings is being cut short. You had every opportunity to get on here and say, da mama, I know your son love you, and I know you love your son, and I know you was there every day of your son's life to coach him, to walk him through life, and I robbed y'all of that, and I'm sorry. You had every ounce you could have came up out of this and showed people your righteous side, but you chose to get on here and talk about what brought my sons under, what they had themselves common sense enough to apologize for. My sons have apologized. They are dealing with their consequences. But you seek to keep dragging yourself to the bottom pits of hell. Why? I do not know. I do not know. Every one of us on this internet knows Jonathan and Andre had a great mother. They went to private school. They was raised right. They're a little spoiled. They're a little sideways, and they got a little beside themselves. But when the time came and God silenced them, they had common sense enough to know. Let me apologize to my adversary quickly. And let me apologize to my mama for sure. What you should be doing instead of trying to get your mom to come on here and rise against me. And by the way, I'm not arguing with your mama while she's while she's not in her right mind, because that would be evil. It would be evil for me to get on here and argue with your mama, baby, until she's in her right sound mind. We can't even go back and forth. So for you to reduce yourself to start to try to use your mother knowing that the position she's in is pure evil. The only thing you can do right now is get on your hands and knees. Ask God for forgiveness. Go somewhere quiet and take care of your child. Today, if I think he should go anywhere near you and your child, I would tell him, hell no. You know. And if Jonathan asked me today if I think he should go anywhere near you and your child, I would tell him, hell no. You know better. You know I ain't taught no kids how to eat no fucking coochie. Why would I want any of my kids to eat coochie like yours? You got to do better. I never left my child for no drugs, for no man, for no liquor, for no good time, and none of that shit. Thirsting for. You're thirsting for stuff he already had his whole goddamn life. That's not his first family restaurant. He had a restaurant before he was famous. Y'all have got to stop teaching her to be disrespectful and honorary. You didn't disrespect Zeus Network. You disrespected every network that would ever work with you. You scared all the networks off. This is Hollywood. They all stick together. Okay? They're all one big fucking family, and they're all one big friend. You're running off all your opportunities in life. Nobody wants to deal with somebody that talked about their last network. So instead of your mama trying to talk to me, she should be telling you these things. Okay? No job. I don't give a fuck if it's McDonald's wants to hear you talk about Taco Bell. They don't want to hear about your bad relationship with the KFC. You know why? I was a manager at a restaurant, I know, when I was a kid. If you go in there talking about your last job, they're scared of you because you're going to go run your mouth about their job.
You know, one thing that Karlissa ate down with this is she showed you, regardless of her delivery, regardless of how ghetto she may be at times, regardless of how she may be delusional when it comes to her sons, okay, and how clingy she may be with her sons thinking that that's her goddamn man, she is still a lady. Yep, okay.
She's such a fucking lady.
Yes, she is, because she's not, she could have dragged your mother. Because let me tell you something, if it was me, if I was Karlissa and you came for my parenting, I would have dragged your ass to hell. I would have dragged you to hell. I wouldn't have gave your mother grace by saying she's not in her right mind. Oh, girl, I would have took it there. But Karlissa showed so much elegance, even though she got a potty mouth. Okay, it's okay. You can still be a lady and cuss, baby. All right, I'm a living testimony to that. All right, but even though she has a potty mouth, she showed so much grace and like just so much class with the fact that she didn't come for your mom. She still kept talking about her children, you know, how she cares about Blueface and how she was there for Blueface and how she set him up for fucking success, and how at the end of the day, regardless of how you may drag her, she's still like, I wouldn't want my child around you. That shows she still steps in as a mom. She's still in protective mama bear mode. She's like, I don't give a, if my son come out right now, I'm gonna tell him to stay away from you and your goddamn child. Okay, you know Karlissa fed up because she's not even saying their child, honey. She's like, your goddamn child. Okay, you want to say he ain't my blood? Good. Whoop-de-doo. Kudos to you, bitch, because I don't want to be related to your ass in no shape, form, or fashion, okay? Karlissa was fed up. She was fed up. And even though she was fed up and was disrespected, she still managed to drop gems on Chrisean Rock like a true black mother would, okay? And and that's the thing when we got to talk about, she may not have been the best mother. She may not have been the best mother. Nobody is the best mother on God's green earth, okay? My mother ain't even the best fucking mother, okay? They have all done some shit. But you know what? She still gives guidance. She still protects. She still cares. She still drops gems, and she's still a lady at the end of the day. Okay, Karlissa, and also my mama too, since we was on her. But she could have just cussed you the fuck out and left it there and dragged your mom to hell. But she also dropped gems on, like, dang, you exposing Zeus Network, but honey, you're not just exposing Zeus, you exposing the whole Hollywood. How you gonna put bread on the table? She started coaching Chrisean on how the fuck to move in this game, how to make money. She didn't just say, oh, fuck you, bitch. She said, let me teach you something, okay? And that's why I love Black women, okay? Because see, a Black woman and a Black mom will cuss you the hell out and still love you in the same breath. I'm trying to tell you, they'll be like, you don't get your raggedy ass off my table before you break your neck. That's because she don't want you to hurt yourself, all right? She don't want you to hurt yourself, but she still gonna cuss you the fuck out. You know what I mean? She still looks out for you, and I just want to give Karlissa her props for that and give her flowers, yo. You deserve it. You deserve it, you guys. I don't know. But it was a lot going on, okay? It was a whole lot of going on yesterday. And I just want to know, okay? I just want to know, okay? Let me know in the comments below. Who you think, if we had to compare the two, even though I don't want to, but we here now, okay? Due to Chrisean Rock, all right? Who you think was more of a effed up mother? Chrisean Rock mom? Or Karlissa? I just want to know, okay? Okay, put it in the comments, honey. Let me know. Let me know. So that's my POV. All right, and for y'all that's gonna have Chrisean back, and for y'all that's gonna say I'm wrong for dragging Chrisean, for y'all that's gonna say, oh, why am I talking about her crackheaded ass mama, and I need to give grace and da-da-da. Let me tell you something. These people put their life on the line, okay? They put their life on live. If she didn't want people to talk about it, she shouldn't have fucking posted it, okay? That's it. That's all. Y'all ain't gonna keep aggravating me, my motherfucking comments, okay? I don't want to hear it, all right? So, with that being said, that's my POV. I would love to hear y'all POV. Put it down in the comments so we can do what, you guys? A kiki, all right? As always, keep it clatchet, all right? And remember, none of us are excellent parents. We all fucked up, and none of us have perfect upbringings, okay? None of us are perfect. Not near one person walking on God's green earth, all right? So keep it clatchet, and I look forward to hearing from you guys next time. Mwah.